Eric, you know that the prosecutor brought up the fact that you might have been a homosexual and that this might have caused some of the fury on your father's part.
Yes, he did.
I didn't hear about girlfriends.
They were there.
I guess what I just have to say to you is, are you gay?
No. No, the prosecutor brought that up because I was and he felt in his own thinking that if I was by my father, that I must have enjoyed it, and therefore I must be gay, and the people that are gay out there must be, or they wouldn't be, is what he felt. And it was upsetting to hear, but I'm not gay. But a lot of people write and feel connected to me.
A problem at the trial was the gender bias, that because we were dealing with males and in an incest family, that there's sort of perceptions that, well, maybe it was something that he wanted, something that he allowed to happen, that he shouldn't be allowed to feel afraid because he's a male. I really felt that people might have seen this case very differently if it were a sister that I was protecting or that was involved in this and not a brother.
You know this whole business of a excuse, that you were abused by your parents, emotionally abused by this tough, unyielding father. But there are lots of people who are other ways and they don't kill their parents, and you've been ridiculed for this excuse. What do you say about it?
Excuse is a word that Alan Dershowitz made up, not knowing anything about the case. To simplify it to its simplest degree, if a person is man or woman and she kills the man who her, is it an excuse that the reason she killed him is because she was raped? Of course not. I certainly never felt that what I did was justified or right. It was just a question of how wrong was it.
That was a big misperception about this case, that it was about justification or excuse. And my brother and I essentially pled guilty. That was very hard for me to hear the ridicule about that, because I really felt that Eric and I, we could have gone to trial like most people and just sort of, we weren't there, it wasn't us, and had that trial.
What do you mean, we could have gone to trial, we weren't there?
Well, you could go to trial and just say that I was, you know, chipping golf balls at the time and I wasn't there. And Eric and I went to trial and said, we did this.
There were tapes, there were tapes.
Tapes became admissible because we said we did it. Lyle and I fought because he felt that telling the world that Dad was a torturer was killing Dad twice, and he did not want to kill Dad twice. And he fought, and he said, I don't want to go up there, I'm not going to take the stand, I'm not going to do it. And then when he did, there was a great outpouring, but there was also people laughing at him, and it was strange.
Eric, you were able to tell your psychologist that you had killed your parents, but you were not able to tell your psychologist that your father had abused you?
Unless you've been, you can't realize how hard it is to tell.
Because of shame?
Because of shame.